competitors will have no margin of interest because they cannot provide the service at the same rate. So in 1969, MCI company sued FCC, and then it won. It won, and that means MCI was able to enter into the long distance market to compete with AT&T company. And also around the same time, the Department of Justice became again more aggressive toward the Bell company because the Bell company already enjoyed the monopoly status for a long time. It became so big, like we say, it became so big, it became so arrogant. And it's too big, it became the target of the Department of Justice again. And Department of Justice say, okay, AT&T company, I think you are abusing your market power. You are offering, for example, interconnections to your competitors at a discriminate condition with a discriminate price rate. So I'm going to deal with that. I'm going to bring you to another lawsuit. So, as you can see, the result of an antitrust lawsuit in the United States can be very serious. So any companies in the United States, when they are facing the situation of being brought to the court by the Department of Justice using Sherman Act or the later 1914 Clayton Act, both of them are antitrust law. So no company in the United States want to face the situation being brought to the court by the Department of Justice using antitrust law. So usually they will reach some kind of agreement with the Department of Justice. That is again, the Bell company and the Department of Justice reach another settlement. Well, it's not the second settlement because during 1982 and the previous Kingsbury commitment, it was 1913, almost 70 years, they reached a lot of settlements. But these two may be the most important ones. In 1982, the Bell company and the Department of Justice reached another settlement. It's called the modification of final judgment. Well, in fact, at that time, the Department of Justice already brought a suit against AT&T Bell company. So this modification of final judgment was actually announced by the court. So they were already in the process of the lawsuit, but then the court did not give its verdict, but instead they reached a settlement outside of the court. But the settlement, the so-called modification of final judgment, was announced by the court. I think the New York court. I cannot remember. Okay. Okay, so the content of this modification of final judgment is, well, it's not simple, but it's very severe to the bail system. It results in the breakup of the bail system. Or in this modification of final judgment, the bail company was forced to break up. At that time, what the content of the modification of final judgment is to break up the bail system, the bail company. So, first, the bail company was able to keep AT&T company. Well, to say that there will be no bail company, it will break into first AT&T company, which operates long distance services as we discussed. And also, as remember in the previous class, there were some bail operating companies in different areas, in different regions. We call them regional bail operating companies at that time. At that time, there were seven regional bail operating companies operating in 7 regions. Okay, so these 7 RBOC has to be broken up into 7 companies. And each company can only operate in their own region. Each company cannot operate long distance, cannot provide long distance services. Okay, but there was no limitation for AT&T to provide local services. So the idea is an original AT&T company in the bail group operate long distance. After the modification of final judgment, it become an independent company, still operating in long distance. But there was no limitation if it wants to cut into the regional system to become something like this. And at the same time, the 7 regional bail operating companies has to be broken up into 7 companies, but they could only operate in their own region. They could not provide services like a long distance service. No, they cannot provide services in another region. No, cannot do that. They could only provide services in their original region. So after the modification of final judgment, the bail group, the bail system become, well, at least on paper, 8 companies, AT&T company for long distance, and the 7 regional bail operating companies. We call them baby bails. is there. Like the mother bell is dead. It becomes 7 baby bells. Hmm? Bell lab, I think it's under AT&T at that time. Yes. So that's how the breakup looks like, and we have to take a look at this. I have to claim first. I borrow this picture from internet. I did not really draw this picture myself. So these are the after the 1984 the breakup of the Bell Company of the divestiture of the Bell Company. It became like this. Each baby bells they operate in their own region. Let's take a look how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 5, 9. Shouldn't there be 7? It was because this company, Southern New England Telephone, and the Cincinnati Bell here, they only the Bell Group originally had some share, like company share of that. After the breakout of the Bell Company, they also become free. Okay, so anyhow, if we can just ignore these two first. So these are the 7 regions that the 7 regional Bell operating companies are operating in. So maybe let's have a